Hello everyone, this is Jeanette with Mountain Misters. Welcome to my project for today. And today's project is going to be using the Oh So Succulent stamp set and the dies. And specifically we're going to be using the 6 flowers that are shaped like this. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And what we're going to be doing today is making this little pot of succulents here. I found these little jars at the dollar store, actually the Dollar General. They were $1, and so I bought them, and I thought they would make a really cute little succulent garden, so that's what I did. So basically what I did was I took the framelits and I cut the sheet of paper in half at 5.5 inches, and then I went ahead and I did I went ahead and die cut all the flowers, and you can get 2 sets of flowers out of 1 sheet of paper. And then to make this, I went ahead and I alternated the different sizes of flowers. But today I'm going to show you how I did the inking and assembled them, because I've already gone ahead and I've done some of these flowers. I've done 3 to go in the pot already, so I'm going to show you on this one. So the first thing I did with this little pot is, this is the dry foam. You can get this at Walmart. I think I got it in it comes in a block. And then I just cut it and I stuffed it into here. Then I also got some reindeer moss. It's really kind of cool. And I'm just going to stick that in there. And I have my heat gun here. We'll go ahead and we'll turn it on and let it get kind of warm. So we'll be ready to assemble the flowers. Get rid of this. And then what you can do is glue this to the top. And actually, I think I'm going to use some craft glue. I'm going to reach across the camera, sorry. I'm going to use Eileen's tacky glue. And I'm just going to go ahead and load this up on the top and stick the moss down. Because the hot glue gun did okay, but it was hard to spread it. So just going to tack that there like that. So now basically our little pot is ready. So for these flowers here, I'm going to start with the big ones, and we'll go ahead and we'll ink them up. And you can use any color of ink you did. I experimented with all different colors that you wouldn't normally think you would use, because I used some blues, I used some greens, I used some yellows. So the first thing I'm going to do is, this is always artichoke, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ink up my sponge. And I use all different kinds of sponges. This has got some blue on it too, and I'm okay with that. I kind of like that. So we're just going to ink this all up. You might want to, when you get to the smaller ones, you're going to want to be nice and gentle because they will tear. But on this one right here, I'm just going to cover it like that and move on to the next one. My ink pad down here. And then we're just going to cover it. You could sponge it as much or as little as you like. Just what you think you want to do. As I was doing these, I have a little succulent garden that I was kind of looking at to get different ideas from. And when I was a kid growing up, these were called chickens and hens. And we had these growing in our yard and in my grandmother's yard all the time. And so when I saw the Oh So Succulent set, I knew I had to have it, because it kind of takes me back to a place in my childhood that were happier days, because the family was all intact and my grandparents were alive and so were my parents. So it was just kind of a walk down memory lane. So for the next color, I'm going to add a little bit of crumb cake. And so I'm going to take it and ink it up. And I'm just going to dab. I don't want much of the brown in there. My ink pads need to be re-inked. They're getting kind of dry. And you really can't see this color going on because it's not that dark, but I'm okay with that. And then just dab. I kind of like the dabbing better because it does like spots. And do this one. And I think we're going to ink the edges of this one with Marina Mist. Just bring some blue into play. I have my sponge here for the Marina Mist. And we'll bring this over here. And on this, I'm just going to do the tops, the very, very tips. And the blue is kind of subtle in here right now. Get some more on here. Kind of rub a little harder. Because the colors blend in really a lot. But I think once it's put together, it'll look okay. I enjoyed doing these. They were fun. You can sit there and you can get all inky and not feel bad about it. Okay, next one. I'll do this one. I don't know if you can see it, but there's just a little hint of blue there. My son's dogs just walked into the room. I babysit his dogs while he goes to school. He's got one that is so attached to him she howls for about an hour when he first leaves. But she's got a heart of gold. She's a little sweetheart, so I don't mind. Okay, we've got three more. And these are just going to be the tips. Don't be aggressive on these because they will tear. And then the next size. And I'm actually going to take this and I'm going to dab on the top of this one just to get a little more of the color on it, a little deeper, because just to give it a little more. Okay, so now we're done with those. And this is the pad from my storage container for my acrylic blocks. So now I'm going to start these on here. I'm going to start by rubbing. It's like this. Let me zoom in. Okay, let's get this like this. Just kind of loosen up the fibers, and then I'm going to bring it in my hand and I'm going to rub like this and kind of squeeze it in as I go. Just like that. Squeeze it in. Okay, and then the next size. And I'll rub here again. And squeeze it in the palm of your hand. And then I'll do the little one since it's right here. I'm not going to do that one very much, so I don't want to tear the little leaves. Okay, and then that's 3, 4, 5. We got 3 more. The next size. But I'm just gonna do that like that. Do this one like this. Okay. And squeeze, pinch. And 2 more. Okay. Now is a good time to purchase this set if you're interested in it. It's during celebration, and purchasing this set will qualify you to get a free product out of the celebration catalog. And the celebration is going to run through March 31st, so time is getting short on that. But by purchasing this set, you will qualify to get something from there, and the catalogs are posted on a link on my blog if you're interested in following that. They have a lot of cute things in there, and it's a good way for you to start building up a set of stamping supplies and get you some stamps at a pretty reasonable price if you're just starting out. Build to your collection, and there's some paper in there, there's some ribbons. So if you're interested, just click on any of my products in the list, and it will take you to my store, and then you can search and see what's we've got to offer. If you are really not sure, but you want to give something with Stampin' Up a try, we have what is called Paper Pumpkin, and it's a craft kit. Sometimes it's card making, sometimes it's little projects, sometimes it's little banners, all kinds of different things, and it's a good way to see if you want to get interested in the stamping. And it's on a monthly subscription, and if you're interested in that in the store, you can click on Paper Pumpkin for more information on that. Okay, that little bit of gluey there. And then what I did was in here somewhere, I had cut some of the they look like little stems, and I cut some of those out so I could go ahead and just kind of, so I wouldn't leave that center with I wanted it to look like there was a center in there, and I didn't want to put a rhinestone because you really don't see rhinestones on them growing in nature, so just did that. And I'm going to just put a dab right here and I'm just going to stick that down right there. As soon as I find my paper piercer, I'll flip it over and get it in the center. And that glue will dry clear. So we'll bring in our little pot now. And I think my glue gun is ready. Get some of the glue off of the end of it because it's kind of boogery. Okay, so then I'm just going to decide how I want these. So here's the other flowers that I made. And there's one more somewhere. Oh, I guess it grew little legs and disappeared. I don't know where it went to. Maybe it's on the floor. I'll go ahead and I'll add the 3, and the 3 might be enough actually. And just go ahead and mush them down a little bit more. And I think that one looks okay right there. It looks okay right there, so I'm going to glue it right there. This out right here, and I'll just hold that in place for a few minutes. Okay, and then I think I'll add the little one right here. I'll put the little one right here. might have to add a little bit of glue in there because that moss wants to come up. It's kind of sticking to my fingers. And then I'll go ahead and we'll add the other one. And I'm just going to stick this one. Get my glue strings off. I'm just going to stick this one right here. And just hold that in there for a few seconds. How come it never fails? Every time you start something and you put everything to the side and thinking you're going to have it available, and then it grows little legs and disappears. And actually I probably don't even need that other little flower. So I'm going to go ahead and add some more glue in here. Like I said, this doesn't really want to... There we go. There we go. And that's our project for today. Quick, simple, easy, and I like the way they came out. I think they're pretty. Thank you for stopping in. Oh, guess what I just found? I found the other flower. Let's go ahead and add it. We'll add it right there. Cool. We'll just add it. We'll sneak that one in right there. There. I'm not going to pull all of these little glue strands off just yet. I'm going to wait until they dry completely. But there's our little flowers. And there's our little succulent garden. Oh my goodness. I don't know why this is doing this to me. Let's put it on there. There, I think that's better now. Okay, thanks for stopping in. Catch you next time. Make sure you subscribe. I will be having a drawing for a stamp set coming up, probably in the next week or so, and I want you to be able to enter that and have a chance to win a Tasty Trucks stamp set. Once again, happy stamping, and thanks for coming in. Bye.